we Indians, we have this very beautiful double standards, alright? It's okay for my neighbor's son to be gay. It's okay for my neighbor's daughter to be gay. But it's not okay for my children. We have to maintain our family honor. When I came out to my family, they didn't take it well, obviously. And the first thing my brother did was he threatened me with a knife. And for almost 2 weeks, I slept in my mother's room with the door locked. And if you're looking for a positive experience, when I came out to my friends, the first thing they did was they apologized for every single gay joke they had made before that. They apologized on my way.
People have this misconception that if they hang out with certain, like us, they can turn gay or something like that. I'm open about it to like anyone who wants to know. I'm just like, you know what, I'm bisexual, yeah, fine.
It took me a while to actually come out and tell my friends. It took me 22 years of self-doubt, identity clashes, trying to come to terms with myself, trying to understand myself. And after 22 years, I realized, you know what, it's actually time to understand who I am. And when I told the first person in my life, it was a landmark change. It was a change that I cannot even express to you right now.
That's like asking a straight person when they came to know that they're straight. It's like, you just know.
This carnival is to dispel this whole misconception about us, that we're like not normal. So we don't want that to happen. We wanted people to come here and see that, you know what, we're just as normal as you, like normal as you.
You know, people always think of us as those people out there, those homosexuals, those gay men, those lesbian women and stuff like that. And that's exactly why we're making such a public statement. You see, so many people here are straight friends of LGBT people. And you tend to understand this community better, and you see them as humans only when you know people from this community.
We started this last October. Just 3 people came together. We started talking about our experiences, how we feel at home, how our schools, our colleges, their attitudes towards LGBT people.
Queer Campus is more than just an organization, and it transcends campuses and colleges. It's an organization that helps bring together people of different identities, sexual identities, gender identities, and the crux of Queer Campus is simple. It's to have no discrimination at all. Starting from a membership of 3 to 4 people, it's grown to include in the family almost 200 people. And today the event has invited almost 500, and it's a big landmark in terms of how open people have become and how open India has been since 2007, when the Delhi High Court actually decriminalized, in a way, Section 377.
There's a lot of sexual abuse. It's more of what happened to them in their younger days. Family members and a few other people, very known people of the same sex here, romantic partners, and we've discussed this. All of us, when we meet, we discuss like what happened in our lives and how it's affected us. So yeah, there's a lot of sexual abuse that goes on, and that needs to be properly dealt with.
If there are any problems that people face, we talk about them. People can just come out and say, you know what, I'm having this certain problem, like I'm being bullied in college or something like that. Whereas we watch movies that are related to queer issues.
And what they've achieved is not something on personal levels for each of them, but it's something that's made a difference to a lot of other people. And that difference is that people now know, the students, youngsters, teenagers now know that they're not alone, and they know that there are other people like them, and they can still lead normal lives, even if it means that their families are not going to accept them. They still know they can be themselves for who they are, and they have a voice, and theirs is not the only one. There are thousands of other voices joined together with them.
The general misconception would be there are lots. One, that we're not moral beings. One, that we are perverted. They also think that most gay men are very effeminate, and that lesbians are very manly. You actually meet a lot of LGBT people, you will know that there are people like that, but then there are a lot more people who are just like everybody else. And there are straight people straight men who are feminine, straight women who are manly, but they're still straight.
When it comes to people of my generation, people from 15 to 30 years old, they can understand it. They can understand different perspectives, different ideas, so they can come to terms with it a lot faster. although they are still concerned about how I would lead my life. While at the same time, people from my parents' generation or from my grandparents' generation do not tend to understand what this means. And to them, it's an abnormality that is to be cured. Well, I hope at some point in time they will understand the entire meaning of this. I can't blame them, for I myself don't understand it entirely. But at the same time, they need to realize it's not something that I wanted. I mean, who in their right minds would want to go against the tide of society and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to do something that you're all going to despise me for. And that's not how it works. It's not something people really have a choice in, and that's what the rest of society should understand. And hopefully someday India comes to terms with it, because I mean, we are known for a culture of tolerance and equality.